Taking the time to do the video about whether or not Fatima and Karen will go into labor at the same time got me thinking about the game towards the ending of season 3, where Derwin and Melanie were planning their wedding. And if I remember correctly, their wedding was in the finale of season 3. But in the midst of, the ceremony, when they were saying their vows to each other, Derwin gets the phone call that Janae, right? Yeah, Janae had gone into labor and Melanie lets him go. So he runs away from the ceremony to be at Janae's side when she was giving birth to their son, DJ Derwin Jr. And then I believe that, they got married in like the chapel of the hospital or something. I don't know. But yeah, they got married. So yeah, it's just one of those things where earlier in the episode, Tasha got on Bridezilla, Melanie, because she was acting like a Bridezilla to get the ceremony done as quickly as possible. And she called her out. It's like, the only reason you're rushing to have this wedding done so quickly is because you want to have a one-up on Janae, because, Janae's pregnant. She's going to have Derwin's first child. So you want to have, the wedding before the child gets here. That's pretty much the only reason you want to do it. That's one thing about Tasha Mack. She was messy at times, but she was old school, and she would tell it like it is. Whether it be Malik, Derwin, Melanie, she was really giving them, a mirror to show them how they were acting. Like, let me tell you a little bit about yourself. But in any case, we've all had the discussions about Karen as to whether or not she would show up to the wedding. I know that in the Sistas 100 episode special, you had DeVal saying, I'm sure Zach would invite Karen to the wedding. And we were like, what the hell, man? What you been smoking? So I feel like Karen, being that just nasty person she is, if Tyler wanted to write things, honestly, I feel like this. If Tyler wanted people to, and look, I ain't threatening or anything, but if Tyler Perry wanted the Zatima fan base, if Tyler wanted the Zatima fanatics to burn Tyler Perry Studios to the ground, he would write it where Zach and Fatima are having their wedding. Karen ain't coming though, because she got a plan. Goes into labor in the middle of the ceremony in an attempt to ruin it. Because you know what? If I can't get Zach to be with me, then I'll make sure to ruin his wedding. I don't know, maybe she'll try to, induce labor, or she legit like, oh my gosh, it's time. And then in the middle of the ceremony, somebody tells Zach that Karen's gone into labor. Man, that would be some wild shit. Number one, people like, man, this was the same damn thing they did in the game. But then also, people feel like we waited all this time for a Zach and Fatima marriage, and now you're going to ruin it by throwing Karen into the mix. This is exactly the type of shit she would do, though. And I can see now, Jeremy, see, there he goes, crapping on Karen again. She can't help when she goes into labor. Look, Karen she is cold calculating, and I feel like if she wanted to, she could pull some crap like this. Now, by this time, to imagine 8 months later, and Zach is still being, tricked into thinking he is the baby daddy, assuming that they don't do a DNA test by that point, would be pretty messed up. But I do feel like this could be the worst thing Tyler Perry would do. But at the same time, he's done worse before. And when I say worst thing, I mean like what fans want. He'll tease us and then flip us off like, haha, let me show you how I'm doing it because it's my show. Charles and Candace, they're going to be together. Candace is pregnant. Oh, Candace got killed in the finale. Have and have nots. I'm just saying, like, don't always feel like Tyler Perry is going to reward our expectations. Look, my whole job for the past 6 years has been doing theories and whatnot. And more often than not, my theories are right. And then other times, the theories are better than the actual episodes that, air. And this isn't coming from a place of arrogance. This is coming from the hundreds of comments I've gotten over the years that have said what you pretty much theorized was better than what the end result was. But I think it would be really messed up if we finally get Zach and Fatima's wedding day and then it gets ruined because there's a phone call or something that, hey, Karen's going into labor. Now, would it be Pam or somebody saying this? I feel like Pam would be that person. Pam would definitely be that person, but wouldn't she be at the wedding? I don't really see why, but unless at that time her and Aaron are together, but even if they are, I don't think that Aaron and Zach are on good enough terms for, them to attend the wedding, but I don't know. Yeah, I think Tyler would be wrong for that, but let me know what do you think is more messed up? If we finally get Zach and Fatima's wedding day, but then it gets interrupted because Karen is in labor, or Zach is at the hospital and it turns out that both Karen and Fatima are going into labor at the same time. Which one do you think would be more messed up? Which is the thing you don't want to see Tyler Perry do? And let's talk about it in the comments section below because it's really twisted regardless of how you look at it. So with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.